We're on the spot with the Packet Pushers and Mike Fratto from 451 Research. Mike, this week, VMware and Arista announced a partnership between NSX and CloudVision where they can push policies from NSX to CloudVision. Is this good for Arista?
I think it's good for Arista. I think it's good for NSX. I think it's good for the customers that have both of those products in their space. VMware's always sort of had a problem closing that gap, going to physical compute workloads.
Going to bare metal.
Going to bare metal, thank you. They don't always want to acknowledge that bare metal servers still exist, but they're out there in enterprises. So this is a really good combination of those two products coming together. It would be nice to see VMware and other hardware vendors also integrating in the same way, because it would broaden the scope not only for VMware and NSX, but it would also broaden the scope for all the rest of the networking vendors that are out in the world. But I think it's a really interesting integration.
Do you think it's more beneficial to Arista or more beneficial to VMware, or kind of 50-50?
Well, these two companies have had a really good technical working relationship for a long time. They've integrated in really well. So I think it's good for both of them. Arista's not hurting in the data center at all.
Sure.
I think in a lot of ways, NSX has a lot more catch up to do as far as having that footprint in the data center with NSX specifically. They have the hypervisor. Having the networking is next, and so I think it's in some ways it's actually better for VMware, but it's good for everybody.
And in some ways it feels like, as you mentioned, NSX trying to fill in that bare metal gap. On the other hand, Arista, they don't have an overlay story like Cisco does, like an NSX does. So what's that mean for them?
Well, so one of the nice things about Arista, one of their, I think, their strengths is they're really focused on networking, on core networking.
Yeah.
And they're not distracted by all the rest of the things that they could be doing, like overlays. Yeah. So they're not distracted by all that stuff. So they're really, the integration is, NSX has a really good string of overlays, distributed firewall, all of the things that NSX gives you. Pair that with a really strong data center switching architecture, and you've got a really good marriage between these two particular products. And I think that's really the strength. That's the bond.
Well, this is Packet Pushers on the Spot with Mike Fratto at VMworld 2018.